Hello, YouTube and Facebook. Thank you all for joining me on today's edition of 5 Minutes with Chris, and I want to talk to you all today about the double standard in Hollywood. Now, one thing, I am not a political analyst by any means. I mean, I would never work for Fox News. I would never work for CNN. I mean, if I had to work for CNN, I'd rather have a bullet in my brain. I'm not a political guy by any means. I mean, I did vote for Trump. I supported him throughout his election. And, that's really it. I mean, that's all I am not a political analyst by any means. I don't know the first thing about the Senate or the Congress or anything like that. So, basically what I have been getting an understanding of is the liberals, the Democratic side of the political agenda, I suppose you could call it. Now, one thing that really bothers me about this is the fact that, the liberal agenda is now seeping into the film industry. It's seeping into the entertainment industry in general. I mean, whether it's music, whether it's, films, television shows, any kind of thing. Basically, everything now is political. I mean, and it's all thanks to, this little Looneyville that I like to call Hollywood. Now, it really bothers me, though, because, I mean, the fact that it's okay for one side to basically say and do whatever they want, they could have as many beliefs as they want, but then the minute somebody questions it, oh, you can't question it, How dare you question it? How dare you go against the group and the rest of this, Hollywood society, I suppose. And maybe it's just me, but, I'm really getting frustrated with a lot of this shit. I really am. I don't really like talking about it because it really gets me pissed off. And, but you're seeing too many incidents nowadays where certain people are allowed to say whatever they want. Like, for example, Samantha Bee. Samantha Bee has her own little cable TV show on the TBS network, which basically nobody even knew existed, but, because when you're channel surfing at 10 o'clock at night, what else do you want to watch except for Samantha Bee? I mean, let's face it. So, that whole incident where she called Ivanka Trump a feckless C-word, apparently that, was appropriate for TV, I suppose. Apparently that's appropriate for liberals. As soon as she goes out on Twitter as soon as it aired, and next thing you know, she apologized. That little, bullshit apology on Twitter from behind a computer screen. And next thing you know, she's embraced by the whole Hollywood community again. They love her. They embrace her. They tell her what a good role model and all she is, and how wonderful of a human being she is, and all of that bullshit that everybody knows and loves. And then you move on to a couple weeks later where an incident happened with Peter Fonda, where, he basically said that President Trump's son, Barron, should be locked in a cage with pedophiles. And yet, somehow, he has a movie going for him right now with Sony Pictures Films. And yet, somehow, the movie is still in production. It's still going to be released. And, he doesn't have to worry about anything. Again, he's another guy that issued a bullshit apology on Twitter and, gets away with it. I mean, where do we draw the line, I mean, Hollywood doesn't speak on my behalf. It doesn't speak on your behalf either. I mean, if I find something offensive, I'm not going to listen to what Hollywood has to say and say that, oh, it's okay for them to get away with it. Fuck Hollywood. Fuck everybody. I mean, really. Peter Fonda's a scumbag. Samantha Bee's a scumbag. I mean, pretty much every celebrity in Hollywood is a scumbag. I mean, whether you're, let's face it, I would say at least 80% of the celebrities in Hollywood are all political minions, I suppose would be the word. Hollywood doesn't speak on my behalf. I don't really give a shit what Hollywood does, I mean, all I know is that, they don't give the President of the United States a chance. They don't they would never support him no matter what, and that bothers me. I mean, because yet, if it was Obama or whoever, if it was Clinton, you would jump on the so-called bandwagon. I mean, I don't understand it. Like, why does it also have to involve entertainment? I mean, everything you watch now, you can't watch. You can't watch any of these sitcoms on TV because they're all political. They're all a bunch of liberal crapola put on a screen. I mean, that's really what it is all about. Now, it really bothers me because television and, well, especially television isn't the way that it used to be. I mean, there are no more sitcoms like Happy Days or All in the Family, where they could address stuff like that without being, without crossing a line. I mean, nowadays, that's all they do is cross lines, and I'm really beyond sick of it. So, with all that being said, I thank you all for watching this video. I really hope that, this shit ends eventually, because I can't take it anymore. Please like the Facebook page, YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, and pretty soon I will be on Gab, a website called Gab as well. I hope you all will join that as well. I thank you all for joining me, and goodbye, everybody.